Have you ever needed to make a manger for a nativity scene? Well, in this episode, I'm gonna show you how to make one out of pallet wood. Let's get started. On this episode, we're gonna be building a manger using pallet wood. I'm super excited about this project because I've been wanting to build something with pallet wood for a very long time, and I thought this would make the perfect intro project to working with pallet wood. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to pull all the nails out of the pallet wood. This is probably the hardest thing we're gonna have to do. It's the most time consuming because we don't wanna break or split our wood. So let me show you how we're gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna use a sawzall, a hammer, and a crowbar to take these pieces of wood off. But before I do that, I'm gonna take everything over here to work on the floor so it's a little bit easier.
So I'm using a sawzall to cut through the nails. The reason why is because using a hammer and a crowbar will actually split the wood. So it's simpler just to cut through the nail and then use a hammer and a nail hole punch to punch the nail out. It makes everything a lot easier.
Okay, so I removed all the boards from the pallet. The next step is to cut everything to size and start assembling this manger.
So to make a manger, the first thing you need to do is have 4 pieces of wood that are exactly the same length. Then you're going to make an X. Now, you can make the distance or the size of your X anything you want. I believe I went with 21 inches. I then use a brad nailer to nail everything together, and my brad nails are actually a little bit longer than the wood, so I suspended it in the air so it wouldn't go through my table here. To make sure the other X was exactly the same, I used my first X as a template. So I laid the X's on the floor in this space. I apologize for the camera angle here. I didn't realize, but it was slowly progressing and moving upwards, so I had to reset it once I found out. But you can get the gist of what I'm doing here. I'm brad nailing the two to hold the X together, and I'm laying it on the floor again and gonna do the other side. And here's a much better picture. But as you can tell, the camera is slowly panning upwards. You can have as many slats as you want. I decided to go with 3 on each side because of the Trinity. And it looked good. Once you're done with the sides, you have to put the side braces on. That's what I'm doing here.
So there's one last piece that I have to install, and this is gonna hold the hay in place so it doesn't fall out the bottom. It's a rough sawn piece of wood that I had laying around my garage. It's not from the pallet, and I'm gonna put it in place to hold the hay.
Okay, so I've finished nailing everything together for the manger. Now it's time to put some hay in it. So that's how you make a manger out of pallet wood. If you have any comments or questions, put them below. Till next time, I'll see you later.